Here's everything you need to know about the huge legal fight over the plans to expand London's ultra-low emission zone, or ULEZ for short. The scheme was first announced by the then Conservative Mayor Boris Johnson back in 2015, but wasn't rolled out until 2019. By that point, the mayoralty had moved to the Labour Party's Sadiq. Now, in 2021, it was expanded further from central London to inner London areas. The basic premise is that you pay £12.50 per day that you want to drive a vehicle in that doesn't reach certain emissions standards. By and large, that's petrol vehicles registered before 2006 or the more polluting diesel vehicles which are registered before 2015. If you don't pay, then you get handed a hefty fine. In fact, it raised the London's authorities £224 million in 2022. Well, now Mayor Khan wants to expand the zone even further to most parts of Greater London by the end of August this year. However, 5 local Conservative-run councils have brought the Mayor's office to the Royal Courts of Justice for a judicial review. That's where a judge will look into the legality of the decision to make that expansion call, as well as looking into the consultation period which was run. Now, most health campaigners, as well as environmental pressure groups, agree with the London Mayor. They say that more needs to be done to tackle air pollution. Khan says his new scheme will mean more clean air for 5 million extra Londoners. But pressure groups outside and anti-ULEZ campaigners say that it's not fair, that it's going to hit low-income earners in the pocket. And that's a view that we've heard outside the High Court today.
It feels like an attack on my freedom, actually, and I'm just a normal mum. So why it kind of goes to all levels, like you hear about the elderly people, people trying to get to work and they can't afford to get another car. So it's like attacking everybody in society.
Scrap it. If you wish to clean the air, find an alternative method. This is just punishing people to go to work, bring up their families, put food on the table.
It's a tax on the poor. Essentially, it's an unwanted, unjustified cash grab.
Now, London isn't the only city that has brought in measures to try to clean up the air. In fact, there are 7 other metropolitan areas that already have a clean air zone installed. They include Birmingham, Bristol, Bath, Portsmouth, Sheffield, Bradford and Tyneside. Some of the schemes cover buses, taxis and lorries only, but others include cars and motorcycles. Greater Manchester currently has an application in with the government to create the next clean air zone area. Some campaigners say that the reason this judicial review is so important is because the decision could act as a blueprint for other areas that already have a scheme and are thinking of expanding it, or for other towns and cities that are thinking of bringing one in. How concerned should people be around the country that it could be expanded out to them?
No, it will be expanded. It absolutely will be expanded. You know, I'm obviously for London, but we also are in touch with a huge amount of groups from all over the country that fear this is coming in, or that it's going to try to be imposed on people.
In court, the barristers representing the local authorities have been arguing before the judge that the consultation period, which was run in the lead up to this latest expansion, was deeply flawed. In parts, it looks like the judge has agreed with some of their points, saying that the language used was equivalent to word salad. Now, the scheme has the potential to impact quite a few different communities, but by and large, it's tradespeople and those who are on low income. Tradespeople who use those older, more diesel polluting white vans, and tradespeople who need to go in and out of various parts of the city quite often. But it also has the impact of those who work in the care sector. They're on quite low incomes and they can't necessarily afford £12.50 a day. This judicial review will go on for the next 2 days, and then at that point the judge will make his decision about whether the London Mayor's office was in the right or in the wrong. If he finds against the Mayor, then the consultation period might have to be rerun, or the whole scheme could be delayed further.